two really quick things. One, thank you to the new subscribers. I noticed y'all awesome. Two, now that Riot's officially dropped like trailers for Project Skins and we see Jinx in one, there's no holds bars. Now we're all free to talk about it, and like they won't get mad at content creators talking about leaks and speculations and stuff. So let's just jump into it. If you haven't been around for the weekend per se, they've dropped two project teasers so far. One was an 11-second one that was just like the project symbol being kind of decimated by a couple of different attacks, which I'm going to get into a little bit. I think that has more prominence than maybe we've read into. The second one is actually a full-on teaser with 4 project skins we see in there, and it kind of threw me off at first because it showed this like thing coming out, stabbing the robot in the head and pulling it back, and because of the way it curved, I knew Project Pyke was talked about, but because of the way the thing curved, that threw me off actually, and I was like, oh, it's Skarner, and then it pulls back to a robot like person in full, and I'm like, oh, Victor, so it's like Scar Victor or something like that. So just ignore that. I'm an idiot. Don't put that in the comment section. You just forget that exists. But we see Pyke, we see Jinx on the right there, we see what looks like Akali and Irelia as well, and we see that they kind of look like in different states of disarray, but not too much like they can't function, right? Like Pyke kind of has like the Terminator feel going on with his eye and stuff like that, but like Akali and Irelia, especially because we don't get a great look maybe from the front, they look like they're fine. And then Jinx kind of looks like she's also kind of fine too, right? Like we see she has the arm, she has like, it looks like a lot of robotic parts too, like her left or right knee. I can't tell what side's which because I'm dumb, but we see a rocket launcher of course on her shoulder. It looks like the miniguns kind of shrunk down on her side there, because if you don't know, Jinx's weapons in game tend to switch sizes depending on which one you're using. That's why Jinx skins tend to cost like $13.50 or more. There's like actually a lot of moving parts when you combine that with some of her taunts and stuff where the guns get even bigger. So that's kind of one of the things there. We see like on her like right shoulder pad, it's kind of like torn looking and kind of I don't want to say like decrepit, but it kind of looks maybe punkish, like cyberpunkish, if you will. And it looks like she has the visor on. I don't think that's a full-on helmet. Project skins either tend to have a full helmet or a visor. And with Jinx, when you think of like just base Jinx or Jinx in general, right? Especially if you go back to the ggGetJinxed music video, her expression is one of the most iconic parts about her, right? So if you have to have one of those things on, I think they probably went with the visor, so that way you can still keep the smile, which is pretty cool actually, right? And unlike other like project skins, like maybe a Leona, and maybe some could even argue Zed depending, she's not really a very bulky project skin, right? She's kind of like the still kind of like the slim, noodly kind of figure she always has, which is kind of her thing, like noodle with giant guns. So they kind of kept that, they preserved that. That's pretty cool actually. I think that's all right. And one of the final scenes from the longer trailer, we see them all looking at what's called the city, the place that like makes project skins, which is pretty neat. And when I want to throw back to that first teaser, I think that symbol on the tall building might be what was getting terrorized in that smaller, like shorter teaser. They're coming to wreak havoc on the city because the story apparently is these are castaway project skins that for whatever reason were then kind of thrown to the side. Maybe it's like Mecha Scion in the Mechaverse, where he was like the first mecha in that verse. He kind of developed a conscience, kind of went evil, and they kind of like, we gotta shut him down or destroy him before he can get loose, and then he got loose, and that was kind of bad. So that's why on the login screen he's like fighting Mecha Mouth Fight instead of all the Mecha skins teaming up against like the Battlecast skins or whatever that verse is about. And this verse, this is about project skins that didn't get either like love or affection, or I don't even actually know, but they just want to terrorize and come back to tear down the city that made them and then also got rid of them. What I also think off the bat, like as a Jinx main, that's pretty cool, right? It's like the last year skin line, or I guess the last skins that came before this, I think that was 2017 actually, not 2018, was called the Hunters. And in the Hunters, you might remember, one of those was Vi. She's looking like RoboCop on the front, as a matter of fact. I thought it was kind of funny and cool as well. Jinx and Vi have that rivalry going on, so this is like another kind of step in it, even though it's in a different verse because skin lines are different verses. So I thought that was actually a pretty cool thing, that now those two can still continue their back and forth no matter like basically what skin line you go to. So that's kind of actually pretty awesome. Furthermore, if you remember when Jin's project skin came out, and also when Jin's classic skin came out, basically when Jin himself came out, kind of that violin kind of theme going with them, and the project skin, they kind of fuse that into like the project feel. So like the song, it's like Neon Cherry Blossoms, I believe, right? It kind of feels like a Project Jin song. Like, and when I say that, I mean like it's a project song and a Jin song like put together. And with this song that was going on, it kind of felt like you could kind of feel a little bit like it was ggGetJinxed. Not like it was a project version of the actual song, but just kind of had that feel in it a little bit with the destruction and stuff going on. So I thought that was pretty cool too. Another thing I want to note then is I kind of wonder when the actual login song comes out, if we're going to see like a mix of all these champions kind of theme into one, or we're going to see one more than the other because of the theme of them wanting to kind of come back and overthrow and destroy the city. Kind of I wonder which direction they're going to go. We're going to have to, of course, wait and see. But like looking at the skin from as best as we can through like the angle of this robot before it gets his head crushed, we do see what it looks like. That's that's Jinx, right? Like we see that's Jinx. It looks like Jinx. It doesn't look maybe too far off from Jinx. The only thing I will say off of just this look, and I'm not really thinking it's that important or like criticism, because we're only kind of really only seeing bits and pieces. The skin hasn't really dropped yet, as I don't see anything signature to the hair off the top of my head. Maybe you guys do, and so you can comment with that in the comment section down below. Basically like her braids, right? Like in all of her skins, even in the Mafia skin, she has the headband that has a thing coming down the back. That has to do with her model, right? Like her model has that in there. So the Odyssey skin and also the Ambitious Elf skin had different ways to do it. I don't actually see that here, and I wonder if that's on purpose, like they're just going something new, or if it actually is there and it's just really hard to see, because a lot of it's dark and at a distance, right? So I will put that in there. I don't think that's really a takeaway though. So with that being said, my opinion like as a Jinx main is I'm very excited for the skin, because within the Jinx subreddit and within the Jinx Discord and stuff for like years, right? Like as long as I've been doing this channel as a Jinx channel, there's always been somewhat hype for a Project Jinx skin for like way before even these leaks started coming out. So it's pretty cool that like this is a skin that people kind of wanted and is actually becoming a thing, right? Like sometimes you see people want a skin and it will become a thing eventually. This is that moment for like Jinx mains. Like of course there's other skins that Jinx mains want too, but like we can't have the whole world yet. But you know, one step at a time, and this is one of those, and I thought that was pretty cool that this is like a skin that's like on a lot of people's top 3 lists that's actually getting done. And for Pyke and other people in like Irelia and Akali, I hope it's the same for them too. And I personally still like the Project skin line. I'm not really project out or burnt out of Project skins, so I'm excited for also the other people getting skins too. Like a lot of champions now have Project skins, so that should be pretty neat. If they do like a Project only event, there's like a lot of people that can participate now, and I thought that's pretty neat too. So I'm excited for the skin. I'm excited for how hyped I've already seen people being. Like I said, the new subscribers, thank y'all for being here. Some of y'all are here because y'all hyped too, and I'm happy for you as well. So that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. And what do you guys think of this Project Jinx skin line, or Project Jinx skin line? Yes, a Project Jinx. It's a Jinx skin line for projects. Put that in the comment section too while you're at it. What do you think of this skin line? What do you think of this skin? Even the other skins, if you're here for Pyke or something else like that too. Sorry, this is a bit of a longer video. I kind of try and do quicker videos, but you know what? Here we go. What do you think of the skins? Comment in the comment section down below. But thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, the actual subscribe button. But I don't know which video will be next, because life can have a lot of kinks. So till next time, take care. GG, get jinxed. Thank you for watching, and enjoy pizza responsibly.